Senator Camilla Hayes, a respected leader in her state, had just finished visiting her mother and was at the mall picking up some supplies. As she walked toward her car, she didn't notice Officer Janice Salazar, a seasoned and strict cop, pulling into the parking lot behind her. Janice, on her usual patrol, noticed Camilla walking through a quieter part of the lot, seemingly peering into her car. "What's she up to?" Janice muttered to herself. She parked, got out, and headed straight toward Camilla, hand hovering over her gun, unsure of what she was seeing. "Excuse me, ma'am," Janice said firmly, approaching Camilla. Surprised, Camilla turned around. "Yes, officer. Is there a problem?" "What are you doing here?" Janice demanded, her tone harsh. Camilla remained calm. "I'm just loading groceries into my car." "I need to see your ID," Janice ordered, tapping her belt impatiently. Though startled, Camilla handed over her driver's license. Janice snatched it without a word, inspecting it closely. "Senator Camilla Hayes?" Janice raised an eyebrow. "Never heard of you." "I'm a state senator. I represent District 12, Camilla explained, trying to remain polite. Janice wasn't impressed. "I don't care who you are. Something's off here. You can explain yourself at the station." Without waiting for a response, she grabbed Camilla and led her toward the police cruiser. As Janice drove to the station, Camilla sat quietly in the back, breathing steadily, knowing she would be released soon. There was no reason for her arrest, but the frustration was building inside her. At the station, Janice led Camilla down a hallway past a few whispering officers, then shoved her into a cold, stark interrogation room. The door slammed shut and Camilla was left alone, waiting. Minutes later, Lieutenant Jordan Pierce, Janice's superior, entered the room. A middle-aged man with a calm demeanor, he extended a hand to Camilla. "Senator Hayes, I apologize for any inconvenience. We'll get this sorted out." "Thank you, Lieutenant," Camilla replied, "but I'd really like to understand why I was arrested." Pierce flipped through Janice's hastily written report. He looked up, clearly confused. "According to Officer Salazar, you were acting suspiciously in the parking lot. Is that right?" Camilla's eyebrows shot up. "Suspicious? I was just shopping." Pierce sighed. "This doesn't make sense." Before he could say more, Janice burst into the room, holding Camilla's ID in hand. "I've got her ID here, Lieutenant. Caught her wandering around like she owns the place." Pierce turned sharply to face Janice. "Do you realize who you've arrested?" Janice froze. "Who?" Pierce's tone turned cold. "This is Senator Camilla Hayes, one of the most respected leaders in our state." His eyes narrowed at Janice, disappointment evident. "You should have known better." Janice's face drained of color. "I didn't know. You arrested her based on assumptions," Pierce said firmly. "That's harassment, plain and simple." Janice's confidence crumbled. The officers gathered outside the room started murmuring as the situation unfolded. News spread fast, and Janice could already feel the weight of her mistake, her career slipping away. "Officer Salazar," Pierce continued, his voice now final, "I have no choice but to suspend you, pending an investigation." Janice, now visibly shaken, said nothing. She knew she had no way to defend her actions. As Camilla left the station, the weight of the injustice slowly lifted from her shoulders. She felt a sense of relief, but she wasn't done yet. "I want an explanation from Officer Salazar," she said firmly. Janice sat in the small room, her badge confiscated, her career in jeopardy. She now knew the harsh truth. In her blind rush to judge based on assumptions, she had destroyed everything. For Camilla, this wasn't just about the mistake made against her. It was about standing up for fairness. And now everyone in that station would remember Janice, not as a tough cop, but as the officer who lost it all over an unjust arrest.